He signed thousands of eviction notices without blinking, but this time his hand stopped because the name on the file was the one he never thought he'd see again. Her, the woman he once loved and left behind when he chose money over everything else. Ethan Cole was known as the man who built an empire from nothing. Luxury towers, high-end apartments, entire city blocks. He owned them all. People called him ruthless, efficient, unemotional, and honestly, they weren't wrong. Every week, eviction lists landed on his desk. He barely looked at the names anymore, just signed and moved on. But that morning was different. Unit 47B overdue rent, 6 months. He skimmed the file until his eyes locked on the tenant's name. Ava Cole, his breath hitched. No, it can't be. Years ago, before the money, before the suits, there was just Ethan and Ava. They were young, broke, but inseparable. Ava believed in him when no one else did. She supported his dreams, worked double shifts, and stood by him through every failure. But when success finally came, so did a choice. Ethan wanted more. More money, more status, more power. Ava wanted a simple life, love, time, a family. And one day he chose ambition over her. "I'll come back for you," he had said. But he never did. Now, years later, she was on the verge of losing her home because of him. Ethan stood up abruptly. "Cancel my meetings." Within an hour, he was standing outside a worn-down apartment building, one of the cheapest properties his company owned. He walked up slowly, each step heavier than the last. Room 47B. He knocked. The door creaked open, and there she was. Ava. She looked thinner, tired, but her eyes, they were still the same. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then she said softly, "You're the landlord." That hurt more than anything. "I didn't know it was you." Ethan said quickly, "I would never—" She cut him off. "But you did." Silence filled the room. "I got the notice yesterday," she continued. "I have nowhere else to go." Ethan looked around. The apartment was small, barely furnished. Then he noticed something else. A child's drawings taped to the wall. "Do you have a child?" he asked. Ava hesitated. Then a little girl peeked from behind her. "Mom, who is he?" Ethan's world tilted. Ava closed her eyes for a moment, then finally said, "She's yours." Everything Ethan built, every deal, every tower, every million suddenly felt meaningless. You never told me, you never came back," Ava replied. That hit harder than anything. For the first time in years, Ethan didn't act like a billionaire. He didn't offer money, he didn't try to fix it with power, he simply said, "I'm sorry," and this time it wasn't empty. Weeks later, the eviction notice was gone, but more importantly, Ethan didn't just save them, he stayed. He showed up for his daughter. He rebuilt trust with Ava slowly, patiently, not as a billionaire, but as a man who finally understood what truly mattered. Because sometimes losing everything is the only way to realize what was truly worth holding on to. If this story moved you, hit like, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and subscribe for more powerful stories about love, regret, and second chances.